Hollywood needs to be honest with itself and ask the real serious question. What is going on in the room? What the? No, we're not doing this. No, we're not. Can you just give me a moment? Just a moment, please. Right. I don't want just no matrix mode. Okay. That's fine. Right. Okay. Alright, okay, cool. Alright, back on. Where was I? Oh, let me just go on a review. There's turkey on the way. Hi guys, it's Steven Geekface. I'm hanging out with another review for yourself here today, which is for the film called The Matrix Resurrections. This is a film that nobody really asked for, because we thought we had the trilogy, it was done, finished, you know, whatever. Cool, Neo saves the world, Zion, woohoo! And they're back. Yeah, they're back. As anyone knows, I'm a fan of the first Matrix film, and even the second one, I love some of the parts. The end gets a bit off, and the third we don't speak about at all. Let's just forget that one. When I heard they're gonna make a new Matrix film, the trailer looked amazing, I have to admit. The trailer looked breathtaking, but I was still skeptical because, you know, since the Matrix movies, the Wachowskis who've gone on to make other films, they've just declined. They got worse. Cloud Atlas, Speed Racer, Jupiter Ascending. Oh gosh, that was a bad film. But yeah, so I was a bit skeptical, and there was only one of them coming back to direct, not the other one. So I was a bit unsure how this film was going. But as I said, the trailer looked amazing. So is this sequel actually worth going to see, or is it just a waste of a time and just unplug yourself? Well, let's talk about
all the explanation you need.
Jessica Henwick, who plays this new character called Bugs. I actually liked her. It was good to see a new character and her way of seeing into the Matrix. She was almost like her audience, you know, she was our eyes. We have been here before, we know who this is, we know how this works. And I kind of like this character, and she was the strongest person in the film for me. Keanu Reeves and Carrie Moss, they were good. They were good in this movie. I thought they had one particular scene where it really showed, for the first time for me anyway, throughout all the movies they've done, that they got chemistry. I never thought they had chemistry before. I always thought the whole love, you know, story was very forced down our necks. But this time I actually believed it. Well, a scene anyway. There was a scene where I really believed it. So that was good to see. Beginning of the movie, maybe the first 20 minutes of the film, I was really hooked. I was really intrigued with the concept, and it does this thing in the beginning of the movie, maybe for the first 7 minutes, where it does like a remake of one of the other previous movies. And I actually was like, okay, what's going on here? And I was actually enjoying where it was going. The conversations, the action was okay as well. I was like, okay, I'm intrigued. Like, this looks like it's gonna be fun. And it also answered some of my questions I had with the other movies. Because I always thought there was one thing that happened in the second movie that they never addressed. They do something, they never address it. I won't go into it in case you've never seen the Matrix movies. If you haven't, you probably should see 1, 2, and 3 before you see the fourth one. Would make sense to see the fourth one. But anyway, I'm going off tangent here. So I was enjoying the concept. I was enjoying where this was going. I was enjoying the whole fact of, you know, playing with reality in this movie. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. Okay, you may have convinced me why you guys have made another one. Maybe there is a story here to be told. It's a shame it doesn't continue after that. This film is so meta. It's so self-aware, and it becomes a problem for itself, to the point of where the film over-explains itself. Now, The Matrix, for some audience, have always said that the film has always been complicated. You know, famous scenes like The Architect, you know, just kept talking. But this one, and I guess they try to dumb it down, But they insult us with doing this thing constantly throughout the whole movie, where every couple seconds they say a line or we see a character and they just do a flashback to the other movies. And I'm not talking about once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. I'm talking about multiple times in the movie. I swear I'm thinking maybe 75% of the film is just old shots from the old movie. I'm not even exaggerating, it's a lot. I don't mind a little bit of nostalgic in movies, you know, as long as it helps with the story. It helps to tell the story. Obviously we saw a film recently that did a lot of nostalgic, but it played into the story. And this unfortunately doesn't, and it just makes you think, why have you done this? I could just be watching the original 3. Why am I watching this one for? We know obviously The Matrix changed the game in terms of, you know, cinematography, action with the bullet time effects, and you know, action hasn't been the same since The Matrix. So I wasn't expecting this film to do anything, you know, groundbreaking. That's just too much pressure, you know, because we've had so many films since then, and action has evolved. But they didn't even try in this movie. It was just very bland. Like, I could really tell from how the action was done, and you know, even the famous, like, you know, the green screen, the cinematography where everything's just tinted green, that was gone. The action was gone. The fight scenes was all close up. This is Matrix is known for its martial arts type of fighting, you know, them on strings flipping the air, and it barely has any of that. And the action towards the end was just a letdown. It was not exciting. I wasn't engaged at all. I was falling asleep. There are some characters who are portraying to be other characters. As you probably know, if you haven't seen the trailers, I'm sorry, might be a spoiler to you. But those who have seen the trailers, you know people like Abdul Mateen II plays Morpheus. And after watching this movie, I didn't think it was necessary. He could have just been a complete new character. If you're not going to bring back, you know, certain characters in this movie that we all know as, you know, the actors who play them, they should have just made brand new characters. He was not needed. He was fine. Like, he did a good performance, but in terms of the story, there was no reason for him to be there. He could have just been a complete new character. He was almost like alright, it's still my game, people. You remember playing Zelda, Oracle of Time, N64, good game, even played it. Navi, who just comes out every 2 seconds, a little fairy. Hey, listen! That was it. That's all he did. He was that character. I was like, you're just in my way. What are you doing here? Go away. And then the biggest insult was they had a actor portray Agent Smith. Now, besides, you know, Matrix being, you know, known for the bullet time, Neo, you know, the action, you know, all the stuff that people know the Matrix for, one of the biggest things to come out of the Matrix is Agent Smith. The character, the way he talks, the way he moves, the way he interacts with Neo, they are almost become iconic. He is an iconic villain. So if you're gonna have someone play him or portray him, there are certain mannerisms you've got to have in the film. And they didn't even go near it. I was like, are you serious? Like, what was the point? There was no point. The villain in this movie is blur. This is not the one at all. Don't waste your money on this. For me personally, if you are a fan of the Matrix movies, you might get something out of this. I didn't. However, I will say it did make me appreciate the second one and the third one now. I see them in a different light. So kudos to you on that. But yeah, this one, I don't think it's worth going out to go and rush out to go and see in the cinema, especially with everything going on. I say wait when it comes out streaming services, online. I don't know where it's gonna go. HBO Max, Netflix, I don't know where it's gonna go. Probably wait then. We always question ourselves, why do they make sequels to certain movies, reboots, remakes, and so on and so on. And some films, you know, they justify it. They justify why we're making a new one. And this is one of the ones that was not needed. These are the ones we use as examples of why we shouldn't make remakes, reboots, or sequels to certain movies. Leave this one alone. This one, unfortunately for me, is a 4.5 out of 10. I think yesterday I thought it was going to be a 5, but now thinking about it today, yeah, it's a 4.5 out of 10. So, are you going to watch this movie? Let me know in the comments down below. Besides Matrix, the first one, because we all know that's an amazing film, which one out of the other three, should I say, is your favorite one? Yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Guys, thank you for watching my video once again. Have a good Christmas. See you very soon in the next year. Got some new movies on the way and more reviews. Guys, remember to like, share, stay blessed, stay geeked. Bye-bye.